Greetings, I'm Paul Pomerantz, Worldwide Executive Director with the Drug Information Association. We're a global association of 18,000 professionals in medical innovation. And I've had the pleasure over the last couple months of working with a task force of CEO members as well as ASAE staff, exploring our learnings and what we could share with our broader community in terms of the area of strategic alliances and joint ventures and collaboration. I think many of us recognize today that the ability to collaborate and form strategic alliances is probably one of the most critical aspects of our jobs and perhaps the most demanding, and the one where many of us are learning how to accomplish this more effectively. Our task force learned many key things that I'd like to share with you. The first is the importance of having clarity regarding the outcomes and purposes of your collaboration. It's important to focus with a laser-like focus on what the two organizations, or more organizations in some cases, are coming together to accomplish. These organizations can be suppliers, they could be competing organizations, they could be unrelated organizations like universities or even for-profit organizations. But in each case, it's important to understand what your outcomes are and how they're going to benefit your stakeholders. And that's the second piece, is it's important to really understand the stakeholders in the process and how to communicate and engage them in the process. And we had many long and interesting conversations about it. Of course, the board is very involved in training, and getting the board's input and support of the process is very critical. Your staff and your staff's engagement in the process is very critical as well. They need to know what their role is, what their expectation, and to be comfortable in participating in the process. Past leaders, perhaps founders, sometimes government bodies that have an interest in regulating your industry or profession may also be involved. So it's important to understand that, have a process for engaging them as well as a communications plan. It's important to understand that you have different cultures, even though both your organizations may speak the same language, your cultures may be very different, and how you work may be different, how you communicate, the words that you use. And so to understand those and have patience up front in terms of understanding the different value systems, communication styles, and work styles of your organizations. It's important also to understand that it's okay to fail. One of the things we learned is that more often than not, these joint ventures, collaborations will have fits and starts, and these become opportunities to learn whether it's the right kind of relationship for you, an opportunity to learn what works, what doesn't, what strengths you bring to a particular process, and how to make your process for forming collaborations much more effective for the future. So learning how to fail fast, and to reflect and learn from that failure is very critical. The final thing is good documentation. To understand, first of all, up front, to have a checklist that clearly identifies what documents each party needs to bring to the table, so that you could understand about the programs, financial strength, that type of thing, understand about their staff structures, governance structures, all those kinds of things. But then also document your meetings, results, agreements that come together. So as the agreement forms, you have a rich body of information to refer to help propel the collaboration forward. We try to get an understanding of why collaboration in the not-for-profit world and in the association world is so different from the for-profit world. And of course, in the for-profit world, it's driven mostly by the fiscal value of the collaboration. In our world, it's much more complex because we serve a broader mission. There's often a values-driven proposition that we have relative to our collaboration. And more importantly, we have a political environment we work in with our leaders and with our staff. So it's important to understand those differences. All in all, we agreed that this is a process we're still learning, and it's going to be very important for us to continue this conversation to drive a better understanding of joint ventures and collaboration.